do you know whether this is U84? You look at the URL address here. It is ended with U84. So always remember whether it is U84 environment or the real life environment, you need to use Google Chrome. You cannot use Safari or Internet Explorer to go inside the ESS for performance appraisal, because only Google Chrome can support the functions inside the performance scorecard module. Alright, so my dummy ID for today's training is 99990-353. So later on, if you request from me, I will give you another set of dummy ID. Okay, this is how it looks like when you come inside the ESS. This is the page that you will first look at. You will have your name here in actual situation, and then your real position, and then you can see modules here: performance scorecard, e-leave, e-claim, e-payment statement, e-training, and so forth. For this training, we only have modules for performance scorecard. Yeah, this is the cover page of our performance scorecard module. Very colorful one. This is the button. We normally call it menu button. It is in green. You always use this when you want to go to select functions. So what are functions? This is personal view and submit folder. Inside this folder, there are these functions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 functions over here. So what does it mean? Combined score is actually very rare to employees in the company, because this talks about employee who got promoted half in the middle of the year, or staff who got transferred from one department to another department in the middle of the year. Very rare, because in normal practice, our transfer, our promotion is actually effective January, not effective June or July of the year. So if you experience such special career progression, do let us know so that we can assign you this function, because this function allows you to combine 2 different appraisal forms for your whole year performance assessment. This performance plan function is not applicable to non-executive, because this is where the executive like grade A, grade B, and grade C set their KPI. Grade D, that means non-executive, doesn't have KPI, so you can ignore performance plan. Go straight to mid-year. And then after that, year-end, these 2 are more applicable to you. So this amend performance plan history, they are actually not applicable to grade D also. It's only for A, B, and C. So for this, we go to mid-year review. Mid-year review, okay, you will be able to see a list of forms here. In actual situation, if this is the first year you do your performance form, you will only see 1 row. If come to next year, you want to do, you will see 2 rows. That means 2020 here, 2021 here. So come to 2022, you can see 3 rows. That means it will have information 2020, 2021, and 2022. So for this training, actually we have so many rows here because we provide training for many types of company. So for our training, we choose this one. B Corp Non-Executive Annual Performance Appraisal 2020. So click inside. When you click, you always click at the performance form. When you see here, you can see the performance form all are underlined. So click at the underlined one. Then you come to this page. This is called the summary page. You see, you have search page, which is just now that list of things that you can see. Search page, summary page, detail page, flex notes page. So the first page is search page. Second page is summary page. Summary page is very important because only the summary page has this submit button. Yeah, this submit button. That means submit your form lah. Okay, so come to see row by row here. The first box here, or you call it a first row, is the information that is extracted from the payroll system. So in actual case, you will have your name here, you will have your position here, you will have your job grade here, the number of years here. If let's say you have encountered some error, like for example, maybe the name is spelled wrongly, then quickly call your person in charge of your payroll in HR so that that person in charge can amend for you. This second box is about the name of the form that you are looking at now. Meaning now you are looking at non-executive, non-supervisory performance form, and you are at the mid-year review stage. So which is correct lah. If let's say you are looking at this form, but the form says is performance plan, that means not correct already. You got to go back to the green button here and select mid-year in order for you to arrive at the correct form. This third box is all about timelines. Okay, period start end here means the period of your performance appraisal is normally 1st January until 31st December of the year by default, because assessment is for your whole year performance. Then performance plan here, you can ignore because you are not doing this. Pay attention to this lah, because normally this one will show 1st July to 15 August, and this one will show 1st October to 25th November. And this part shows section. Section in other words is form. Two forms here. Job performance and personal attributes factor, prestasi kerja dan ciri-ciri faktor-faktor peribadi form. And the second form is called overall evaluation, penilaian keseluruhan. So you can see here, section weightage is 100%. All is from this form, the first form, because this is where you have the weighted rating. This second form doesn't have any section weightage because this is all words, your request, you highlight your strength, so all inside here. So now we can go inside the first form. Okay, the first form, you will see this one, just like what you saw in the slide just now. So the first thing that you need to do is to make the column smaller. So you can drag like you are dragging the columns in the Excel. Okay, that means you click, you must search for this double bar here, click and then drag. Okay, click and drag until the yellow box comes out. So now you can see the yellow box comes out on the right. There's another yellow box after the first one. So they're all together 2 yellow boxes. So why do we need to drag? Is because you do not need to scroll left and right. If you prefer to scroll left and right, okay, but just that when you scroll to the right, you cannot see what is on the left. So better make the column smaller, easier. One page, see everything, right? So, okay. Now, for you to do assessment, is actually starting from reading what is the perspective about lah. So the first attributes here is job knowledge, pengetahuan tentang kerja. Then you got to like think for the first 6 months, how have you performed? Is your job knowledge outstanding, superior, effective, improvement needed, or unacceptable? So how to do that? You just click one time here, select. And then one more time. So if you think for the first 6 months you are effective, memuaskan. So you just select this one and then press enter. After you press enter, you can see the calculation is 0.33. The system already calculate for you. So how did the system calculate that? The formula is 11%. This is weightage, ya. 11%. Effective memuaskan is actually fall under on target. So 11% times 3, you have 0.33. Okay, so likewise do for other 8 items until finish. Because if you don't rate any one of the row here, you cannot submit. Okay, why we need to press enter is because after you select, the system already calculate, but the system have not registered your result yet. So after you press enter, the system register your result. And you can go to the next, and the next, and the next. So you can see that it's actually very easy. Just select whatever result that you think you have done and achieved for the first 6 months, because this is mid-year assessment. Yeah. Senang kan? Cuma pilih saja, tak payah type. Untuk 6 bulan pertama, apakah pencapaian yang dicapai, ya? Kalau you rasa untuk kelakuan dan tingkah laku untuk 6 bulan pertama adalah cemerlang, pilih saja cemerlang, lepas tu tekan enter. Sistem akan kira untuk anda weighted rating. Ya, weighted rating untuk mid-year assessment tidak akan memberi kesan kepada you punya final assessment lah. Sebab ianya cuma sebagai review sahaja untuk 6 bulan pertama. So, okay. KPI score 2.32. What does it mean? Later you will see lah. But for mid-year, it doesn't mean anything. It's just for you to actually assess and tell your boss how good you are for the first 6 months. Later on, when come to year end, you will see the importance of having this KPI score. Okay, after done everything, remember, go back to summary. Okay, 2.32 is transferred over here. Go to second form. Okay, if you have things to write, major strength, or you want to write areas for development, this one is bidang untuk pembangunan diri termasuk pelan latihan. Okay, let's say lah, you want to learn Microsoft Office, so you can type here, to attend Microsoft training 3 times next year, or 3 times next year also can lah. So you can type. So if you want to be clear, you can type Microsoft Words, Excel, and PowerPoint. Then after you type already, just press enter. Okay, so what happened after you press enter? Whatever you type come to here. So this one cannot erase, cannot remove. Once you type here, it will be here and store for forever here. Cannot edit. If you want to edit, come back here and edit, then enter again. For example, 1 time in 3 months. Okay. See whether you can see the update. Got the update is here. Okay. So if you have nothing else to type, go back to summary page and you click submit. But if let's say your boss actually prefer you to give him hard copy, maybe he's very busy lah, cannot go inside the system to see, he wants you to print, You want to see the hard copy, then you press print. Don't submit first. Press the print button. Then you will come to here. Okay. Let the page load, because sometimes after you press that print button, this page is still loading. If not finished loading, you print, you only able to print halfway of the screen lah. If you let it load until the end, then when you print, it's actually the full flash of the screen. Okay, so here it's already finished loading. You just press print. When you press that print button, you can see here got option one. It's either you save as PDF or you choose your printer name. For example, Canon. So after choosing Canon, then after that, make sure your layout is landscape. If you choose portrait, gone. You cannot see anything here. When you print out, cannot see. So when you choose landscape, you can see everything. Always black and white lah, unless your boss want it to be colorful lah. Okay, then you press print. If you save as PDF, that means you keep it in soft copy and email to him. Lagi lah, same thing also. He got to look at the soft copy. So why not you just print for him? So after you already print out, put in the folder, pass to your boss, and then your boss will look at it. And then if your boss want to see you, he will call you in to his room to have discussion. Okay? So after he agree with whatever you type, then he will ask you to submit lah. So you just submit. Certain boss very straightforward. They just ask you to just submit. No need to print. So depends on your boss style. You can ask him or her first before you click the submit button or the print button. Okay, for example here for training purpose, we just submit. Confirm okay. When you submit, in about maybe 1 minute or 2 minutes, you will receive an email. And this email is automatically generated by the system telling you you already submitted your form and it is now with your boss. So at the same time, your boss also received the email saying that you submitted the form for him to approve. So he can go in to approve anytime. So if he doesn't approve today, a reminder will be sent out to him in the morning 7:30 a.m. And if he has time, he go and approve. If still don't have time to approve, then another reminder will come to him the next day until he approve. Okay, right. So now I want to show you how does your boss system looks like. Okay. So I need to log in as the approver. So unlike our screen just now, the approver has so many functions. Just now we only have this. The approver has so many here, the task, the personal view and submit, and also approver view lah. So he will go to this task, go to mid-year review, and then he will see the form that I submitted lah, because just now I submitted to him. So he will click inside here. If let's say your boss have 10 people submitted to him, he will need to go inside 10 times. Each of the form go in and review. So how he review is he go in, then after that he go inside the form, and then he will also make the column smaller. He will also have 2 yellow box, just like what you have just now. Okay. Just one difference is that your approver, that means your boss, has an additional column, and this is a Prezi score column. So appraisee score column is all the score given by the appraisee. Like just now, I choose this, right? It's all appear here. So for the approval, they need to just look at the yellow box here, compare with the appraisee score. If let's say he feels that, okay, I agree, job knowledge memuaskan for the first 6 months, okay, agree, no need to do anything. Tiba-tiba quality of work, he thinks, cemerlang, no lah, cannot see yet, this first 6 months not cemerlang yet, I change to memuaskan. So he can change like that. So when he changed the score, the result, this one also changed. Just now 0.22, now becomes 0.36. If let's say the appraiser choose not to change, let's say for example, for item number 4, he thinks that you are not memuaskan, but actually outstanding because you are always very early in the office. So he don't want to change, but he want you to change. How he can do that is that he go to the summary page here, then he go to this. But before he go to this, he need to write something here lah. So he will type here, please change the result for attendance to outstanding. Okay, after giving this reason, he will press request resubmit. Then confirm okay to resubmit, okay. Then an email will be sent to you saying that your boss asked you to resubmit. So you also log in. Okay, now I log in as the staff. And now I can see what I can see. I can see the status here. Status is pending resubmission. So I click in to see why boss asked me to resubmit. Because here the reason, please change the result for attendance to outstanding. So I happy I go inside because outstanding ma. So I go to look for attendance is here, item number 4. Okay, so I will change accordingly. How do I change? Item number 4. Okay, make the column smaller. I change here. Yes, change to outstanding because my boss said I'm outstanding. Press enter. Yep. So my score becomes smaller. Yay, so happy. Just now 2.25, now become 2.1. Yes. So I go back to the summary because this is only the one that he asked me to change, right? So I resubmit lah after changing it. Okay. So also the same process, you will receive email from the system saying you already resubmit your form. And your boss will also receive an email saying you already resubmitted the form. So he will come inside here and he go inside the mid-year review. And then he look for your form. And then he check whether you already amended accordingly. Item number 4, right? Okay. Here, attendance punctuality, item number 4. Have you amended or not? Okay, outstanding cemerlang. Okay, betul. So he will make sure the yellow also cemerlang lah. Okay. This is his part, so you do not need to worry. Okay, so after that, he will go to the summary page here to approve. Then he approve. Then there will be an email sent to him saying that he already approved your form. And at the same time, you will also receive an email saying that your boss already approved your form. So when you go into the system, you will see that your mid-year review, the status is approved. That means you've done your part for mid-year review. So well done. You have done. So normally this very easy. You can just do it in July and finish doing it in July itself. Very straightforward. Only one supervisor need to approve your form. So now I shall do another stage. That is called the third stage. Year-end review. So year-end review will take place in October. To be exact, the date is 1st October until 25th November every year. So the part that you are looking at now is the administrator view lah. So you do not need to learn about this. Just that I need to ensure the period date is changed accordingly so that we can proceed for the next stage training. Okay,